Hey everyone, this is the Noob Artist here, and today is going to be another fan review video. So yeah, another one of my fans sent me one of his figures, actually sent me two figures, and I'm going to go ahead and do a review on those. For those who don't know, anybody who sends me their figure, I will do a review on it on my channel, make a video, just talk about it, and if you want, you can specify what kind of review you want, like if you want me just to critique it, or just do a review, or tell you what you can do better or whatnot. Let me know. And if you send me a personal message, I will give you my address, and then you can go ahead and send it to me, and I will, if you want, I'll send it back. He did specify that he wanted the Dogma figures sent back. I'm not too sure about the other one, so if you're watching this figure, you can leave a comment, let me know. Anyway, also if you do let me keep it, I will put it in the display case. These are the other figures that I was that people gave them to me. So that's really awesome. I will put them there. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to this review. There are two figures. It's in this bag. He has here, please return, or please send back the Dogma figure. There are two letters, which I can try to read. I'm not a fan of reading. I mean, I can read, but it's a pain. So yeah, this here will do the Dogma figure first. I haven't opened these yet. I did open the package. And I read the letters, but I didn't actually open the figure, so I have no idea what this looks like. I will bring over the spinning platform. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to ask you guys, I need some advice on this figure right here. As far I know what the color scheme I think I want to do is, but I kind of want to get your opinion. Anyway, where are my scissors? Operation. Don't want to cut the figure. That would be bad. The package he sent this in was awesome, by the way. I don't know what kind of packaging it was. It's like an envelope, but it was like super padded and it looked really cool. Alrighty. The reveal. Okay, so make sure there's nothing in this bubble wrap. And then I'm going to, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I just realized that I popped out your bubble wrap, but don't worry, I have more bubble wrap that I can, when I send it back to you, I'll re-bubble wrap it. Oop. Lost his helmet. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Sorry, I'm parched, so my throat's kind of itchy. Let's set him right here and give this figure a look. So what I've noticed right off the bat is why the helmet wasn't sticking on. Now this is not actually Lego, believe it or not. It does look exactly like Lego. Now I did buy figures that looked like this. I did some 501st Troopers, and I mean honestly, depending on where you get them, like you can get non-Lego figures that look exactly like Lego and are really awesome. And they work just the same. The only difference is maybe the coloration, obviously, with the head here is not the Lego skin color. As you can tell with, I'm not sure if you can see the shade, but you can see with that, it's a little bit off, but it's still cool. It looks like Lego and feels like Lego, and definitely it's a lot cheaper. Like I think you can get 25 clones for like $20 or $10, $15 or something like that. It's super cheap to get a lot of them. So it's cool. I don't mind it. I do use real Lego with mine. Someone asked me a question, but I do have real Legos. But there's nothing. I have nothing against these. I could tell too with the helmet how it didn't have, well, it doesn't have any Lego printing on it. But as far as like the logo, but the inside is different. I know that because I was actually working on one of these helmets with this figure. So anyway, but yeah, it's looking at the figure. He does have the metal armor, which is really cool. The two shoulder pads here, and then the knee pads in the centerpiece. And with these, there's three, where's my, there's three pouches here on the figure, and then with the back, there is this back to tank. Now, I don't know if you want me to critique it or just show it off, but if I was going to critique it, I would just suggest try to make some of these pieces a little more proportionate. Like, I'll bring in my figure that I was working on. Granted, it's hard to base it off of mine because I've been doing this for many years, and I've kind of perfected a lot of this. So for those who are just starting out, don't look at this and say, "Whoa, I can't do it as good as that," or "I'll never get that good." But I started out. I was actually looking at one of my figures beforehand, and this guy here, and there was just a lot of mistakes that I made with this, just with the painting and looking at it, how I just you know, not that I rushed through it, but looking back, it's not, it's where I was at that point. It's the level I was at. So you'll get this way. You'll get to this point if you just keep practicing and stuff. Anyway, try to make this piece right here a little bit more proportionate. If you look at images of the figures or the clones, like take the time. I know sometimes I do this too, like try to rush through a project in a figure, and by doing that I just cut something and go and put it on, and I don't really look at it twice. But if you measure twice and cut once, it's kind of a general rule for basically everything. Double check to make sure it's what you want, because you can't put pieces back. Once you cut it, it's done. And I have this piece here, as you can see how it's proportionate to the figure. This one is a little oversized right here. And then the knee pads are great. The knee pads is a good size. Mine actually they might be the same size as mine, which is good. And then the shoulder pads are really nice. Now what I do is, I'm not sure what material you are using, if this is actually metal. It might be, I think it's actually cardboard, or a thicker board. That's totally fine, because my brother, who was a designer as well, he not Right Knight. I have two older brothers. He actually used paper for his, because he could color a design on the paper and then get exactly what he wanted, drawing the image and then cutting it out and putting it on, which was fine. It looked really good. The thing is with this is, it's if you bent it around the figure more. Now for my shoulder pads, now granted this one, I use clay to mold this, but for the other figures, like, I'm trying to find one now, like I'll bring back the old one again. Like for this one right here, how it's rounded and it kind of fits around the shoulder. Now the armor hugs the body like it should in real armor. I'll put him back there just for reference. You don't want it to be like popping off, so I use a hole punch to cut out the shoulder pads. Like I think I might mention that beforehand, but a hole punch is like the perfect shape to fit a Lego shoulder. Now I'm not sure what material, if this is cardboard or what kind of paper, but a hole punch should be able to punch through that just like a standard hole punch. And if you do that, it gets that shape of the figure. And what I actually do is take a paintbrush, and the paintbrush has this thicker part, and I just bend it over that, and it's roughly the same diameter of the Lego arm. So if you do that, you could get a tighter fit with the armor on the figure. Now if you're not using metal, you can still imitate these pieces here. It's just a little bit trickier, because when you use paper and stuff, you can't, like metal, you bend it and it stays, so I can wrap it around the figure. You have to be a little careful with paper and stuff, because it won't hold its shape, and it's just really tricky. Now if you want to use something really thin like that, it's cheap. If you have like tin foil from like your kitchen, it's as thin as paper, or probably thinner, and that will keep its shape too. So you can try using that if you want. But yeah, the colors from Dogma, I mean, that's what the colors that he has. The paint, I don't know what kind of paint this is. It doesn't look like apple barrel paint. It might be. I've never seen this color before. I really like this color. Whatever color this is, it's great. I love it. I don't have a color like that. I have darker blues. I actually only have two blues that I use. I have this like navy blue, and then this really light blue, which unfortunately it's really not bad. It's just it's really clear, and it's really hard to like get it to stay on the figure. But whatever blue this is a really good color. And again, with these the patches, now I notice here it's like a little crooked, so just take your time when you're putting stuff on. Just be patient, and if you don't have tweezer bees, try to get these. They're at, I think you can get them at Michael's. And it helps when you're putting pieces on a figure if you lay it down flat. Like if you're trying to put stuff on, you just lay it down, so you're not trying to put it up, because then it can slide off or fall. So if it's like this, you can just kind of drop it on. And then when I drop pieces on, I also use toothpicks to scoot them around, because sometimes you'll get glue on your tweezers when you drop them. So you get something, another tool to move it on really quickly while the glue is still a little bit wet. You can bend it around. But other than that, it's really good. It's good for where you're at, the level. And then with the back here, again, with this right here, it could be put on, it's a little off. So if you could just move it over just a little bit right there, it's not off by a lot. And the size doesn't matter. Like, you can make this piece go across the entire back if you want, but just scoot it over just a little bit right there and be perfect. So yeah, I mean, if you're just beginning, like everyone, they when they first start making figures, you know, you do what you can and you do your best, and then you get better each time. Each time you make something, you get a little bit better, and you just try new techniques and new things. And the fact that you actually sat down and took the time to make this and to get this far was amazing. Also, the gun's pretty cool. This is one of the cowboy rifles, which I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I never thought to really cut one of those up, but it does add a really cool, or it has a cool pattern, or not pattern, but design into it. We cut the stock off and then the barrel, so that's a really cool gun. And yeah, so overall, it's a good figure for where you're at. I do like this face that comes with it. The painting right here on the chest by far is the best part. Like, this is really even, and it's kind of a harder piece to do, especially over the chest. But yeah, with that, the paint is a little off, but again, where your level is at. This is really cool to see. I enjoy watching or seeing people's figures that aren't my own, just to see how far they're coming. But don't worry, I started like this. This is a good figure. It's really cool. I do really appreciate you sending this to me and giving me the opportunity to review it. I'll get my guys out of the way because it's not about them. But yeah, this is a really cool figure, really cool Dogma. Keep making figures, keep making customs, and they'll get better and better each time. If you ever want to send me any more, feel free to do that. If you don't want me to critique them, then I won't, but it's easier to give advice when I actually have the figure here. Now, the level of critiquing it can vary because I don't want to be harsh with certain figures, not this one particularly, but sometimes, like for me, like if I made a mistake, I would want to know because I would be able to correct it. So if I sugarcoat a lot of stuff, then people might not correct what needs to be corrected to make their figures better. But just specify, if you do send me your figure, what kind of advice you would like to have. But all in all, this is a really cool figure. I'm glad I got to review it. It's really cool to see a fan's work. So thank you so much, Lego Artist 117, for sending this to me. I will send this figure back to you, do not worry. Probably I might be able to get out this week. I have work, and I'll be going home. So if I don't get it out this week, I'm going to send it out on Monday. But don't worry, you will get it back. Now this figure you didn't specify, so if you watch this video and this figure you want me to have and put in my display case, I will do so. But if not, then I will also send this one back to you. This one I believe is a Senate Guard. And I could read the letters, but when I read them the other night, he was saying how he had a lot of fun making these, and it was like just a little description of them. It wasn't like a personal letter, like talking about anything else other than the Legos. So I'm not actually going to read them. I mean, I could, but it's just him describing what the figure is and what they are. Woo, that's really cool. More bubble wrap. Yeah. Okay. So this here, I believe he said, was a Senate Guard. That is a Senate Guard. It's one of the Senate Guard helmets. It was hard to tell with the paint on it, but that is definitely a Senate Guard. Let's see here. Move the hand. Let's see. Let's get his shield going. I haven't seen one of his Lego shields in so long. It's really cool to see all these like old Lego pieces. Like I used to play with Legos all the time. I have a billion Legos somewhere packed away. I forgot how versatile the old Lego shields were. I haven't used one in, I've never used a Lego shield for my figures, or not actual Lego shield. I've always had to hand make mine. And then of course he has a custom gun and this really cool Viro blade on a real lightsaber, which is really cool. Got a little customization there, trimmed off that back part. I am going to assume it goes into this sheath, which it does. So yeah, this is a cool figure. I really do like the yellow and black design there on that, and then of course the front painted blue, the visor. The shield or the sword looks really cool sticking off the back. I'm not to say it's a bad thing, but it's really difficult to fully paint on a figure without adding stuff. I've just found it difficult to, instead of just because I'm not the best painter, but instead of like for here trying to paint on pieces, like it's easier to cut out symmetrical pieces and then just drop them on a figure than to try to paint it, just because I can't paint straight lines that well with this. I mean, it takes me forever to get it right, but it's really hard to do this. So it's cool that you tried. I do really like the swirls and the yellow with this shield and the gun. And this metal pauldron, I'm pretty sure it's the pauldron. The metal pauldron, oh wait, it's not metal. It's silver. Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? Okay, no. For a split second, I was like, is that duct tape? Because that would have been really cool if it was made of duct tape. There might be a piece of duct tape on top of it, on whatever the material is. So that actually might come off. This is actually Lego, because it's obviously a Senate Commando helmet. But I think this might be duct tape on top of something else, which is a really cool idea. I never thought to incorporate that. That would actually be really cool to put a piece of duct tape like on paper to give it well, obviously it won't stick to you, but also that could be a good material to use. I might actually look into that. But yeah, that's really cool you did that. That's creative. It shows your creativity. So yeah, this is another figure. I don't know what this material is. Some kind of tubing. I almost thought it was shrink wrap tubing. It might actually be, but it's kind of too rigid for that. But that's the sheath. If you haven't seen my tutorial, or I don't know if I've actually made one of how to make the sword sheath. I think I made the sword how to, but I might make the sheath video because it's a really cool video how to make. Oh, it's actually see-through. I can see the blade right there. It's a really cool video on how to make your sword sheaths. Like for this last figure that I made, like this one right here. If you want, I can do a tutorial on that, and then that might help people with their swords. Bam, put that back. So anyway, yeah, it's a cool figure. I don't know if you specify that you wanted me to keep this one, because in your letter it just said please return or send back the Dogma. And then let's see, which one is this? Blah, blah, blah. That is for the Commando, and then the other letter is for, sorry, it's folded up. Trying to unfold it. This is my custom Lego Dogma. No, this is the Dogma one. My bad. I got the wrong letter. Whoops. Let's see, Clone Commando Guard. So I gave him a shield and a sword. The blaster was a sniper rifle. I clipped off the stock. So this was like with the longer guns, the longer one. Let's see, where did sniper rifle, clipped off the stock. Turned it in the barrel. Yeah, he's just basically explaining it. He said he had a lot of fun working on this custom. And then sincerely, Lego Artist 117. So yeah, there's not much in the letter. He just explained what it actually is, and then and that he just had a lot of fun making it, which is good. I'm glad you had a lot of fun making them. So making them is the fun part, and if you didn't have fun making it, then I apologize. But it's cool that you enjoy making figures. And that's a big deal, because if you enjoy it, then you'll keep doing it, and then you'll just get better and better and better, and it's going to be even more fun when you do that. So also, I couldn't find your channel. I looked, I tried to find it. I'll go back and see if you may have commented on my videos. I can find it that way. Just type it in Noble Artist, or not Noble Artist, that's my name. I was reading this when I said that because it said Noble Artist. Lego Artist, Lego Artist is an actual thing. People are Lego artists and they build stuff out of Legos. For actual Lego, so there's so many other things that just come up that filters through. That was hard to find any actual channels with that name. So if you do see this video, leave a comment on it so I can find your channel if I haven't already by the time this video loads. But anyway, thank you so much for sending me these figures. Sorry this video was so long, but there's two figures to review, and just kind of a lot of stuff to talk about. If anybody else wants to send me their figures, please let me know. Send me a personal message. Go to my channel, go to the About page, and then go down to Contact, and then you can send me a personal message, contact me, and then I will give you my address, and then you can send me a figure. And if you want, I can keep it, and I'll put it into the display case with the other ones. So I will be sending you out Dogma. If you want me to keep this one, I would be glad to put it into my case. Just let me know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hitchhike it. Don't forget to fist pound that subscribe button up there. But bam! Also, if you're the first person to leave a comment on this video, I will leave a shout out up here in the description. Also, with my tutorials and how-tos, I'll put a link up there. A lot of cool stuff going on with that. Also, if you do leave a comment, just be nice. I know these figures aren't mine and they're different. Everybody's at a different level, and everybody does their own style. So if you don't like this, don't leave a comment, don't leave a thumbs down, just pass them by. Like with my brother, I post his customs, and a lot of people, some people don't like them, which is fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but just, I have the power to delete comments, so just keep that in mind. If you say something mean, I will delete it. So anyway, be nice to one another. Further news, just really quick. This is the figure that I've been working on. I know I said I was going to do that Commando, or that You Pick I Paint. But I was just trying to do something aside from that, and I'm going to do this figure. I think of these color schemes. I wasn't sure. I wanted to, where'd you go? Recreate this color scheme on this figure. Basically make a modern version of this clone. So I might do that just because I had the colors here, and I haven't used this color before. I don't think I've ever used it. I might have used it once. And originally I was going to use red, and then I was like, you want to use these two colors. I was going to use this with orange, but then these colors look better. So let me know what you want me to do, because I might change my mind. I haven't used orange in a long time. This is going to be a really cool figure. It's kind of just see if that like mega glare coming through the window. But yeah, he's kind of like not a commando, but a captain. He's got the double blasters. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. God bless, and I will see you all next time.